Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. I thought I might do some work on this today. This is the book cover that I created, the journal cover that I created for, I think it was the wallpaper prompt for the Scraptember event that was run by Tony at Crafty by Tony and Margaret at Seven Plaza. It was a cereal box. This is an old roll of wallpaper that I picked up for £2 at a charity shop. Images of London. In here I printed off an old map of the London Underground and a new one. But that's as far as I've got. So I want to put a couple of pages in, and I'm thinking that I have two full pages in each signature. So I'm going to start on the first one. I've decided this is going to be my black and white journal, and the only other colour that's allowed in there is a splash of red, just like it has on the front, which I haven't decorated. I'm not quite sure what to do with it because it's quite busy. If you've got any ideas, let me know. I found a couple of old black and white note scrapbook papers that I quite like. I've also got, these are offcuts from the paper mill. I bought a box of offcuts, white ones. I've got some envelopes. I've got some black card offcuts. I've got some ledger paper. These are the bits I cut off the 12 by 12 papers. I've got a black plastic bag. I've got some new black cardstock. I also have some bits of, I don't know whether it was actually, no, I think it was a dado rail or a dado paper or something. Found those. I've got some stamps. I've got some ink. Where's my stays on? And then all the normal bits. I've got glue, scissors, etc, etc. Now I measured this because it's got these in. The folios can only be 15 centimeters high, but they are almost as long as an A4 page, so I am going to have to join them. I quite like that. That's quite funky. So what I've done is I have cut two pieces of matching paper, 15 by, actually I didn't cut it this way, it was 28 I needed. Yeah, so this runs to just over 30. What I've done is I've scored both pieces at 28 centimeters. And what I intend to do is join them together like that. So that will also serve to reinforce the bit that's going under the elastic. So let's start by doing that, and we will use wet glue, and I'm gonna glue it quite well because obviously I don't want it falling apart. How is everyone? Hope you had a lovely weekend. Hope your October has started well. Mine has started well. Now what am I doing with this? Let's at least attempt to get this right. So that is going to go on there like that, straight. Straight would be good. And then that, not straight, not straight. Right, that is then going to go over there like that. So I'm just going to glue this. Now this one, I actually like both sides of the paper. So I think that's probably the one that's going to go at the top. This one I have mucked up already, because while this side isn't directional, this side is. Now I could, see, that's going to have to go like that now, which means that side's going to be upside down. Which isn't very good really, is it? No, I'll have to think of something to do with that. And what I will do is I will rescore this the other side. So it needs to be scored at 28. Because I can't put up with it being upside down. That's just silly. I want to have a bit of flippy flappiness to this journal. So I've buried everything, haven't I? Right. So that goes like that. So we'll start by gluing this one. And then we'll turn it over and glue this side. Like that. I'm not going to get as far as the decoration, I don't think, today. I might do some basic bits, but... So, that then will be the first page. And these will sit inside them like that. I think one way to reinforce that side would be, oh, it's unstuck already, would be to have something going right the way across there that flips up. So, oh, look at that. That's not bad at all. I want 28 centimetres this way. How many pieces have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3 that size. I think I'll just go for one top and bottom. And we have, what height do we have here? We have just less than 15 centimetres, which is fine. So we'll have 28 in length. I don't need them to join together. But what I think I'll do is have a score line so I can join them onto the pages. So I think we'll go, let's go 1.5. Ooh, more haste, less speed. What am I doing? Go down there properly. Right, so I've got 1.5. And I am going to fold them. I'm going to burnish them. I'm going to cut these corners off just so there's not a big mess at either end. Excuse me. So what we want to do is we want to put that on the bottom and put that on the top so they flip flap. I think I want the flap to go this side because I like this paper more. But before I do that, I am going to put some stenciling on them. And I have, which I quite like. You can see this nice cityscape. I want it to go the same way up as the fold's going to go. So I have some brilliant white here. I've got a brush. I could do with some washi tape, I think, just to hold it in place. Yeah, I think we'll just washi tape these. And then we'll see what this looks like. Gonna work. It is working, but there we go. I don't know what I'm going to put under it yet. I want to have something almost hidden behind it, but I'll have to have a think about that. We'll make the signature first. And then we'll worry about the decoration and what's going to go in things afterwards. I was quite pleased to be able to use some of this scrapbooking paper because I have literally had it for years. And because I don't tend to use black and white that often, I thought if I did a special black and white journal, I might actually use some of it up because there's just no point in buying stuff if you're just going to sit and look at it in, or not look at it in drawers or files or whatever for years and years and years and not use it. Nearly done on that. Right, let's have a look. Let's just loosen that. Oh, you know what? I quite like that. With a bit of extra decoration on it, I think that'll look quite cool. Now, do I use that one or do I use a different one? Should we go for a different one? Where are they? They're in this folder here. What do we have? They're not that different, to be fair, but they are slightly different. So let's take that one. And do the same, but with the flap at the bottom. So I want that about there. Oh, that's not remotely straight. It's not far off. Right. Let's see what happens to this one. I think this is quite appropriate, really, because the cover is Scenes of London. So with this being a cityscape as well, it could be a black and white journal that features cities. Who knows? Cities or city life. That would be quite fun. But we'll see how we go when we get to the decoration. Yeah, I think it was probably the right call doing different ones. I want it to... Most of the stuff I do is quite grungy and quite vintage looking. So this one is going to be pretty different, which will certainly make a change for me. Let's cover that like that. Yeah, I like those. And I like the fact that they're quite different. So that one's going to go there. You see, this honey paper just happens to be the reverse of the paper that I like on the other side. I don't really like this honey paper. It might end up getting covered up. I think this one goes on first. So, glue. All the way. And then I want that lined up along the bottom there. it is going to need to be held in place because it isn't going to want to stay there on its own. So we'll just put a few clips in there. And there we go. The other one will go over the top like that. So let's put some glue on there. When this is finished, I want it to have lots of little nooks and crannies, hidden pockets, hidden journaling spots, flippy, floppy, flip out bits, which I love. We'll turn this round, and this. Ooh, where are you? It's going to go on there like that, and again I'm going to clip it in place. Now I am not as yet sure what to do with this side. There may well yet be more flip outs on that one, but to start with, I think I'm going to use these envelopes, and again I'm going to put the flat bits on that side. I'm going to have one on each side to cover up the honey pots. So those both need to be cut because they're too long. They need to be cut at 15. Get in there. I'm going to cut them both at 15. I'm going to seal up this end. But I'm not going to seal down the flap because that's what I'm going to stick it to the pages with. So this one will go on the right hand side. This one needs to go on the left hand side. I think just to hole at the top, hole at the top. I am now going to do some random stamping. Oops. With some black all over the place. Let's swap that out for some numbers. And this is just providing a background. It will be decorated afterwards. Don't quite know what I'm going to put in with them yet, but these are going like that on there. Right, okay. So I think this black is running out. Just going to ink around the edges just while I can. It's much easier when it's outside. So messy. What did I say about it wanting it to be neat? So messy. I could stamp on these now, but I don't want to. I don't want the video to last too long, basically. But we will have a look at decorating these. Which end's open? That one. And have a look at decorating these in a video in the future. In the meantime, we'll just get the basics done. To start with, stick me on double time so you don't have to listen to my waffling. Or at least it goes by quicker. So difficult, isn't it, trying to fit in all the videos that you want to watch. Now I'm thinking of using in here some sort of postcard cascade. Don't quite know how to do that, but I'll give it a go. Right, let's see if these are done. Yes, they appear to be. So we've got our, oh look, flip flaps. Something will go under there. I'm not sure what yet. I definitely like that one on the top. Then on this side, we have this is going on there. And again, like I said, the flap is going to be on the honey pots because I don't particularly like that paper. It just happened to be the reverse of a paper I did like very much. So this is going to go on there like that. No, I won't be able to do this one if I do that. And just double check that's at the top. Yeah. This it has to come off. That is going to go making a very poor job of this on there like that. So that is the first page. Oh, sorry, knocking the camera as I'm opening the book. That is the first page, which is going in that first signature. Why is this not bending? Because I hadn't burnished it where I'd stuck it down. So let's do that now. So that is the first page in that signature. And then I want these bits to go inside. Now I think I really like that. I think what I'm going to do with this one, what am I going to do with this one? Maybe I could have a bag wrapped around it, but it's too big. The bag is too big. We'll worry about the bag later. I think that what else do we have? We've got those ledger pages, haven't we? I think I'm going to stick some ledger pages on at least one side. So I need these to be 15. Do I want the top bits? Yes, I think I do. Yeah, I want the top bits. So let's go 15. And on this page, yeah, we will have how is this going to work? How is this going to work? These are going to have to fold that way, unless... Right, okay, what we're going to do is we are going to take the big scissors, which I've buried... there they are. Is this the right way? Mm-hmm. I'm going to take that column off there. It's not the right way. That way. That's where it's meant to be. I'm going to stick this on with washi tape. And then if I take this one off, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go along here with some glue and stick it there. This will then open, yeah, that will then open like that. In fact, I'm going to move it over a bit. Come on, before the glue dries. Move it over a bit just so I can get the washi tape in there. I'm going to stick that down like that. I am going to find some predominantly black and white washi tape. That's mainly black and white. I'm going to put some more glue down because I never trust washi tape. And I am going to put that down there like that. Then that will open awkwardly. I want to hold the corners of the washi tape in place and fold it, which I should probably have done earlier. Right, then I'm going to put some more glue down here. And washi tape along there. So that's the first one. And that will flop in and out like that. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. So let's put the fold in first, shall we? That's probably easier. Right, like that. I'm going to fold along there. Like that. And glue. And then that is going to go here with enough space to put the washi tape. It's moving up a bit. Move up, move up. No, you're going to have to come off. More glue where I've rubbished it. Do it properly this time, Raina. That looks better. Okay, so then we'll go down here. Like that. And we will put the washi tape right along the edge. fold it over, open it up, washi tape, glue down this bit, glue down that bit, washi tape down there, like that. Then we fold them both in like that. Yes. And we remove there's a fly in here. That's annoying. We're going to remove the excess washi tape like that. And bits of washi tape everywhere. Bit of that. Smaller scissors. I haven't got any extra grandchildren yet, you know. One is now overdue by 3 days. The other one isn't due for a month. Just under a month, in fact. My youngest daughter goes on maternity leave Wednesday. Right, and on this final page, I think I'm actually going to leave that because I think I might have something flip out. Oh, actually, I could use that, couldn't I? No, I'm going to leave that for the moment. I think we've done enough on this for today. So let's put this in the center of here. And we shall do some more. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday we shall do some more. So that opens out here. That opens out here. We have papers that I quite like, both sides of this. And then at the back, is it in the right place? It's almost in the right place. We've got an envelope there that's undecorated and an envelope there that only decorated at the front. And I need to do something with this honey paper. This is not a Winnie the Pooh junk journal. And then at the front, we have these nice cityscapes. Again, something needs to be done here. It would be nice to have a feature, and it's a good start. So we shall continue with this possibly next time I see you. Thank you for popping by. It's always lovely to see you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.